nephew, Justin.
Your nephew? Wow.
Yeah,
Taller than you.
yeah. He just got back from deployment. I don't think I've seen him in 5 years.
Wow. Welcome.
Thanks.
He's been in Bahrain. He's a Navy SEAL.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
That's
gonna sit for 5 minutes and say hi to Jillian and Eric, even though he doesn't has no clue what meeting this is.
Yeah.
Okay, we hear you. Where are? Wait a minute.
I see Christina's
I
back.
know. Can you
There we
hear
go.
us? Yeah.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
We can see you.
Okay, hold on. I want to go to gallery. Oh, I see.
There they are.
Beautiful. Hey, wow, you do look like you're in the military.
This is my
You-
nephew, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
I
How
haven't
are-
seen him for like 5 years. He's been in deployment and stuff.
Where were you deployed to?
Bahrain.
Oh, you were in Bahrain.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
familiar with Bahrain and the whole region, and we spend a lot of time in the Middle East. So, I would say in Bahrain, but how are things there generally? Are you having a little culture shock?
Yeah, it's definitely nice to be back. Since the island is only about 30 miles long and back in the States where I just came up from San Diego. So
Ah, I used to
Right.
have a place in Del Mar. I love San Diego, so that's good that you're there.
yeah,
Is that where you're based?
down in Coronado. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know it very well. Yeah, good. Well, welcome home, and we're very grateful for your service. And we adore your aunt. That's your aunt, yes?
Mhm.
Hi, Gordy.
Hey.
Hey, have you had some good conversations with Stan since you're there?
He just got here
Yeah,
like
just barely
1
got
minute ago.
Ah, okay, bye. We will.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Okay, you are truly an auntie, Chelsea. All right. Well, he's beautiful, and congratulations. I'm glad he's back. Yeah. Are we going? Is everybody coming in? Is everybody in the room? Cease?
Yes. The waiting room.
Oh, okay, good. Well, welcome everyone. That was really a nice treat. Yeah, you could eat.
Yeah, I'm
You want to
I
go to
am.
gallery? We want to
That's
see
what I'm
everybody.
looking for. Gallery.
We have to stretch a little bit.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we are. And we are going to delve into the final, let's say, pillar of this month's topic, which has been super intriguing for Eric and I to sort of pedal through. And when I say pedal through, we've really moved very slowly in looking at this whole sort of theme of acceptance. And partly because, as we were discussing in the Solomon Speaks gathering, often words that are integral to this seeking and searching for understanding. And in this case, this word, which I'm so glad really was brought to our attention, Miriam raised this today, that acceptance in the reconnective healing experience may also be the same expression as receiving. And we have to sort of look from the perspective of a reconnective healing experience in order often to find how easily words in experience or as experience are expressed versus how words that are expressed in the nature of our being might mean something very, very different. So,
And there are so many ways we play with the interrelationship of acceptance and receiving. We can receive a suggestion from someone, which doesn't necessarily mean that we've fully accepted it. We have to accept some degree of its understanding to receive it. I think we talked about a boat going into an inlet. The inlet receives the boat and it's also accepted on the boat. So there are various levels of interrelationship with these concepts.
But today we've got sort of a double hitter because acceptance and receiving, healing and receiving, healing, the nature of healing itself is a very important conversation for us to have, and a really deep inquiry, and sort of to learn about the loving intelligence that is called us into being and the experience of our being. We pose the question to each of you, where is healing itself expressed as acceptance? Where is healing itself expressed as acceptance? You might just put a few little, whatever comes to you. Just, it isn't a right or wrong answer. And believe me, if you've got this answer down, I would really ask you to pause and just come to the expression of this through instinct a little bit. We're going to look at the language here as we go through this hour or 45 minutes we're sharing together.
And I think as we cerebrally feel that we've got the concept, then if we do, as Jillian suggested, go more instinct with it, knowingness, we're going to find that a cerebral understanding is only going to take us so far. So where is healing itself expressed as acceptance? Well, it is a radical acceptance, not radical meaning as get out your machine guns, but a radical acceptance of being. Healing, well, the expression of healing is acceptance, and I think that's very important. Therefore, I'm using the vision, maybe it's because of the countryside that we're living in. It's a flowering of our beingness, not necessarily our desires, our goals, our circumstances, our wants, or even our feelings, but it's really a blossoming of the beingness that we are.
Mm-hmm.
And the flowering of, on many levels, our physical health, be it energy, activity, how we spring into action and play every day. On a mental level, it could be the flowering of our mental awareness and acuity, how we express ourselves, discuss, converse, communicate, produce, participate with others, with our family, with our friends. How about how we, here's that word again, receive and handle emotional joy, emotional pleasure, and also emotional stress, and how we allow ourselves to grow and blossom and fruit. Well, I look at it like a beautiful flower moving through adversity, moving through the adversity of a sidewalk, in busy New York City or something, and everyone's walking by, not even noticing the sidewalk. Whether it exists at all, it certainly seems lifeless to everyone. And yet here is this beauty of life flowering and springing through and bringing joy to people. And where does it come from that we don't allow ourselves always to recognize things? And the acceptance, let's just say the acceptance of our beingness in the greater context of that which is, which we might want to call the spiritual or the infinite, the always present, and I would actually even add the always perfect.
So in healing, as Eric is using this expression, radical acceptance, again, we're we're merging a lot of lingo. There's no need for there to be an action involved in acceptance. Acceptance is the is. It is our is. There's no doing in acceptance. Otherwise, it becomes, we'll say, an efforting or a trying, a striving, a forcing. And in a way, therefore, the doing isn't the door. Efforting or trying in healing often becomes illusory in a way. So in a reconnective healing experience, we receive and experience healing through accepting, receiving. Energy, light, and information brings us without cognizant efforting into a resonance where often everything falls away, right? We have a glimpse into our existence, our essence in ease, grace. And so there is no darkness in light or fear from this perspective. There is no disease on any level. There's an ease. And that may be simultaneously alongside the circumstance or the experience of terminal illness. How can there be this simultaneity? So I'm going to suggest that often healing is served up to us. And this is a beautifully stated expression for the finite mind. So I'm going to read something to you, and I want you to make a few notes as to what you understand about or like or don't like in a way about this expression of acceptance and healing. Learn to fall in love with taking care of and healing yourself. Learn to let go of thoughts and habits that hold you back. Learn to overcome your insecurities by accepting where you are and improving on where you want to be. Have patience and trust that every moment is for your greater benefit. Most importantly, continue to be still and listen to your inner voice and give it what you need in this moment. You deserve it. And I'm going to have Cecilia, it's in the Google Doc. I'm going to have you post this. I don't want you to post the author of it. I'm going to just read it really fast again. And I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about what is involved in understanding this expression, how it's being served up as acceptance. Learn to fall in love with taking care of and healing yourself. Learn to listen or learn to let go of thoughts and habits that you hold or hold you back. Learn to overcome your insecurities by accepting where you are and improving on where you want to be. Have patience and trust that every moment is for your greater benefit. Most importantly, continue to be still and listen to your inner voice and give it what you need in this moment. You deserve it. Okay. So you can put in the chat anything that resonated about this sharing. I'm going to suggest that maybe this expression resonates perfectly and understandably. We would ask you to consider that it suggests accepting your circumstance. This is very different from acceptance as we experience and understand our being through the reconnective healing experience. And I'm going to suggest to you that we are never in need of accepting or not accepting any circumstance to be an acceptance of our being or healing itself. So we're going to post this that I read to you. And I want you to be deeply aware of how you listen to this kind of advice. What and why might this feel confusing? Okay, I'm going to read you a little segment. This is a little teeny segment from Eric and I's new book. So we want you to hear the other side of this beautifully expressed sharing that we shared. Again, it doesn't matter who authored it, but I'm going to tell you that that paragraph was authored by someone who probably many of you read and listen to. That was authored by someone who has an Instagram following that is enormous and a YouTube following that is beyond enormous. So we want you to listen and find where you would listen to that advice and where else and from where else you might not listen to that advice. Okay, so Eric and I would share this. The argument could be made the reconnective healing experience is here to heal us in the bigger sense. Healing, one entity, oneness, wholeness, the reality. We are not one experience. We are not any known experience. We are the knower. We are the knower. Our being is healing prior to all experience, prior to all perception. The before, beyond, modulating energy, light, and information. So this conversation around acceptance and healing is a very important inquiry. It is an inquiry that we must learn to walk in both directions. We must be able, in experience, to walk out as experience, knowing the knower. So the contraction of consciousness, the separate self, is a finite mind that believes it is a finite mind. The finite mind as an activity, not an entity, is not a problem. But when it believes it is separate, we lose the recognition of our wholeness. The finite mind is the agent of creativity and the medium through which the one appears as many. So we are playing with an important part of how we receive. Receiving language as it is written for experience is an important discernment. It's an important discernment. We need to know the knower. And also that which is the agent of all creativity. So I'm going to read a little, I'm going to have Eric read a little piece of Solomon. And then we want to ask you to answer that question again. Where is healing itself expressed as acceptance in your life?
But right before we do that, in learning acceptance, I am accepting that this is the moment that I need to say hello and thank you, YouTubers, for joining us. We're going to be continuing on. And for those of you YouTubers who want to join with us further, you can access the link at the bottom of the page. So you can continue listening here. You can also access the virtual mini retreat that we will be holding on Friday. So the link will show you how to do that. And you can also join us in the online program, the portal, which you can access the first hour of for free as well. So come join us and play some more because, well, hey, that might be your acceptance on certain levels and more is to come.
Bye, YouTubers. Okay. Thank you for your patience around these conversations and taking the moment to let go of the link that Anna creates so that people who are curious can use YouTube as a platform to be able to hear these conversations. I'm going to tangent here for a moment. We are really evaluating where the social media structure fits into these conversations. And in a strong effort to be discerning, we are concerned about social media in a very significant way. So YouTube is something that offers. Hi, everyone. It's Jillian and Dr. Eric.
That would be me, the taller one.
They know that already. Anyway, we want so much to invite you this Friday, June 25th, to our Reconnective Life monthly retreat. If you're an all access subscriber, you're already coming. But if you've been part of our basic, or maybe you've just been watching the openings to our Wednesday Live and Learns on YouTube and you're curious, this is a great opportunity to come and do a deep, fun, playful dive into what we've been chatting about all month, the nature of acceptance.
And 4 pillars to this, starting with money.
Yeah. And then we explored purpose and
Forgiveness.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And this week we'll be wrapping it up with healing, the nature of acceptance and healing. So the Retreat Friday is playful, it's interactive. You really have an opportunity to kind of exchange and work with each other in small breakout rooms. Come be a part of it. All you have to do is click the link and sign up.
We'll be waiting for you.
See you Friday.
Hi, I'm Eric Pearl, and we have launched an online course called The Portal. It's an expansion of our online essentials, our level 1, an 8+ hour e-learning course.
And we decided to add content because our students were asking for more. What is a portal? It's a doorway to transformation.
It includes the 8 hours of the online essentials course,
2 key chapters, one on love and one on healing, and workbooks from our worthiness episode from the series The Inner Compass.
more than 10 hours of content.
The portal helps us discover our roadblocks that may be stopping us from living our fullest potential.
How does the portal help bring about these benefits? Easy to follow short segments with interactive exercises, information acquired not only through the mind, but through interaction with the frequencies themselves. Effortless learning and personal evolution.
It brings the possibility for instant transformation, healing, and the evolution of each and every one of us in our everyday lives.
Hey there, family. Dr. Eric and Jillian here.
Welcome, everyone.
And we're very excited about Reconnective Life our first online global community. This is the most exciting way we've been able to get together since I founded the Reconnection. It'll be a place where we can do things together. We'll move into breakout rooms at times when that's appropriate. We'll have energy interactions and meditations and exercises. In other words, expect things you haven't seen before.
You are so charged.
Things we
He is so lit about every new way we get to be together every day. Just be together. Let us just speak a little bit about what is going to be the shape of this community.
In this community, we can share and discover more. Here we can talk to each other, we can chat, we can learn from and about one another. Jillian, me, our life leaders, and you will be in daily conversation with you. Weekly, we will have Facebook Lives.
We will be with you every Wednesday. Sometimes it'll be just Eric. On occasion, it might just be me. Sometimes it'll be the two of us. It's all about giving you a way to look at the week living in the frequencies.
And in every fourth week, we will include a live Q&A so we can talk about things that have been coming up for us, discuss back and forth, share, grow, expand together.
And the ever-growing library of content that has been created over 20 years that will be on demand for you. It will be on-demand content for you to view, enjoy, share again with your inner circle.
And monthly, we are going to have live Zoom retreats. We're going to bring in some exercises and experiences and things that previously we've reserved for our physical retreats, you know, when we were in the different location resorts and things. And we're modifying them so that we can work with these with you in your home, in your living room, in your den.
Put into the chat line, what is facility?
We're having these weekly Zoom in-depth Q&As.
Finally, we have a place and space to just define what does that really mean living in the frequencies.
This is something that is in all of us.
Everyone can do this.
It doesn't matter how many levels you've gone through or how well you know the programs. It's a community that allows us to recognize how interrelated we all are as receivers of energy, light, and information.
See you there.
Reconnective life, living in the frequencies every day.